We've still got to go and catch up with Edward and Arenka, I think. And we've got to deal with Drahomir. Safest option is get the real police involved. Do we really think that the real police are going to stop a guy in police uniform from being awful? Because I'm pretty sure they'll protect him just because he's one of theirs. Even if he's not actually one of theirs. They're not going to look into it that deeply, are they? Right, so there's Drahomir still. Just lounging about with his fellow fake police. So we could just sneak up and murk him, probably. And it would deal with him. And it's the sort of thing that we would do. Who's that? Talos Rucker. Is he an official member of the ARC? So are the ARC an official organisation then? They're not just a terrorist group? Not sure. But either way, there's our boy. Do we just delete him?
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine. Thanks.
Yeah, problem solved. Now we can just stroll away from the scene. And is that quest officially finished as well? It looks like it is. So we don't need to go back and see Arenka by the look of it. Which brings us on to the more interesting bit. Robbing a bank. Although before we rob any banks, we should probably make our way back to base and find one of our vendors. Right, that's cleared out a good bit of guff. It still hasn't left us with enough to buy any of those Praxis kits, which is a shame.
Что за хуйня?
Yep.
I'm good for now.
Then get lost. You waste my time.
But now that we've done that, we've at least cleared our inventory a bit. Should have probably done that before we popped down and dealt with Neon Knights, but so be it. Main thing is we've cleared it before we go on a bank robbery. Gives us all the more pocket space for that sweet loot.
Wonderful.
And here we are at La Banque. It's a big old building. Now, does this lead into the bank as well? I mean, we haven't got any multi-tools left, so we probably haven't got the code we need. Security rating 4. Could we just shoot this door open? Yeah, we can. It might have set off an alarm. But the main thing is that door is now open. Should we return to it later? Any side routes into the bank as well? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. That all looks very much like edge of the level, nothing more you can do here stuff. Although, that said, we got a vent cover. We like vents. That brings us into a fairly nondescript looking room. The boxes seem a bit more resilient in this compared to the first game, unless you stand on them. But you can't just throw them at places and have them explode. You seem to have to just stand on them to properly get them to burst. Which is kind of annoying. I mean, you could just throw them like 10 times and then they explode, but it's not the same. And now we're trapped. We are trapped under a table. There we go. So where is this room? Where do we find ourselves? Behind a secret door? And there's a stash. Well, it's just a breaker there. And this leads us back out to here. Okay. So that didn't really help us in any way. Maybe that breaker, though, has opened something down here. No, it's all a bit mysterious. But either way... Oh, combat rifle. We'll dismantle that. Either way, this isn't the bank. So let's try sneaking our way down here. So, it's a restricted area. It looks like it's the bank from that palisade sign. There's multiple cameras about the gaff. We haven't got any cloaking technology that might keep us out of trouble. Now, are you going to come this way, security? That would be nice. Either way, I don't see how we get in here without causing all sorts of ruckus. So maybe we just stroll in through the front door after all.
No worries whatsoever. The whole
Now
building
what?
exudes a sense of...
Top floor is going to be high security. Yeah, employees only upstairs. Makes sense. Ground floor has got executive services and safes. Corporate vault we can't get into immediately, at least.
I'm sorry, sir. The VIP vaults are only accessed by appointment, and there are no appointments scheduled.
You need an appointment to access your own vault?
What a polite man.
For the corporate vaults, yes. This allows time for preloading your container into the viewing area. You also need your personalized keycard.
Thanks for the information.
Yeah. What a helpful man. Now, what's that? Is that where a security robot would come rolling out of the wall? Possibly. Now, I see a vent in that room, but that doesn't mean we can access it easily.
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and
Although there's
elected
also
George Boy as president. In Russia,
a breakable
Apache
there.
combat drones attacked St. Petersburg.
Anything else
And in
happening?
the US, millions of workers lost their jobs.
No.
when a collective causing several Fortune 500
That's going to cause a
companies
ruckus
go
for sure.
bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Despite whatever praises the
Okay, maybe it
media
hasn't.
wants to sing.
Maybe no one minds that a wall has
This is
just
Eliza Cassan,
fallen
reporting
apart.
live from Picus. Ariel is constantly bringing you
So,
the
we're in.
latest technology. Our portable data solution has massive storage capacity, flexible streams,
That guy's going to kill us if he sees us, for sure. Is there any reason to bother him right now?
back to New York, and a more in-depth look
There might be
at
key
UN
cards and
Security
whatnot
Council
in there.
Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed,
Yeah, you
calls
come
for the
round here.
removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed
I think I saw something.
Yeah, he was about to cause trouble. Yeah, he was about to shoot us.
Millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning
Can't be having that.
Opponents of the legislation have been
And he has got a pocket secretary.
and many of the protests
That's
have turned
nice.
violent.
Alright, second floor security hub. New code. Lovely.
The violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue.
Now,
We will be watching the UN closely for any
is there going to be much else in this room? Because we don't want to be spotted from the outside. Would be nice to shut off the security. But it is locked. So that's probably not happening.
In yet another
So yeah, through the vent we go.
attack, 200
We're making progress. There's another vent there behind a trash can, so we could have just snuck in that way, rather than break the wall down, it seems. And this takes us to where? Behind the walls somewhere. Allows us to sneak down into Another sort of restricted area kind of thing. What have we got down there? Is that a cable duct door that's locked? Would we have to crawl through there and turn off a breaker? There wasn't a breaker on this side, was there? What are you? Are you powering that duct? Maybe. But it seems that shooting you doesn't really do a lot for us. Yeah, there's a breaker in it. Good. And that's unlocked both of these ducts. No, that one's still locked. Okay. This one will take us up here, and let's see, there's a photocopier. We can live with that, and we're in someone's office. Can anyone even see into this room? It all looks pretty secure. Code's been reset to 6477. Nice. And there we go, we've got the key card for Executive Locker A. And we've got the elevator key card. That gives us a bit more freedom of movement, perhaps. Although we might still not be allowed in various restricted areas. Let's pop on out of this room. And so yeah, we've got the elevator. We've got key card for A. So we should be able to just stroll over and let ourselves in. And it's no longer restricted to us. Good. So there's a bunch of safes, some locked, some unlocked. Do we have the keys for any of them? Looks like all of the unlocked ones are empty, but we'll try them all anyway. Makes sense that they would all be empty. This might be where we got that key card from Miller though. That key code at least. Might be for an executive safe, although none of these seem to be his. So we've got two different server rooms. I worry that shooting open any of the doors is just going to set alarms off. But yeah, we don't have the passwords for any of the doors, so maybe we go for a little stroll.
Of course it's easier.
Now, what can we see through the grid? Not a lot. Doesn't seem to be anyone in there. That's how we like it. The more places we can rob stealthily before it all inevitably hits the fan, the better. Right, so this room seems to be bereft of secrets, unless... Aha! Third floor server room. Is he going to check in with Mr. Oshiro? Okay, that hasn't worked out. We don't have any security ID for this chap that we're pretending to be. Now, if I was this guy, I would immediately be heading to the office to find out why one of our executives is acting so sus. But I guess they haven't. Oh yeah, that's a glass. Now, what if we try and lure in that chap who's outside?
Might have something. Leaving post.
Right, we've lured him in at
Cover.
least. Have we got away with this? Or is he going to fall outside? I think we got away with that. And we got the praxis that we need to boost our inventory a bit more, which is nice. Oh, we're actually allowed out here anyway. Is this just back on the first sort of floor? Yeah. So, what do we do now? We've got an elevator key still. So where can that take us? Can take us up to the 3rd floor. And then we might find juicy secrets. Hopefully, anyway. We found cardboard boxes. That's a start. Okay, now we've got a sus boy in that office. It's a little close for comfort. It seems like I can't just pull him through the vent and ruin his day. And now he's stuck behind a photocopier. Let me move that for you, friend.
Anybody, help!
Okay, that didn't work out for you. But the main thing is, we got you out the way. We got the photocopier out the way, and the alarm hasn't gone off yet. Now, can we pull you into this vent? In case anyone else comes in. Seems like it's tricky. Oh no, there we go. We'll pull you by the head. Lovely. That looks like a problem solved. Now, those cameras outside can't see into this room, I don't think, so we'll just snatch up everything we can. All sorts of loot. None of it's really helping us. None of it's like pocket secretaries with passwords or whatever. But Adam Jensen is nothing if not a kleptomaniac. Where will this door allow us to go? There's a camera outside that's not always on this door, so that's good. There's also a lad roaming about. That worries me. Let's go for it. Go, go, go. Right, there's another camera over there. But we're in. We're in a room. We're in a bathroom. Which isn't much help to anyone, but at least we can punch that open and get into a different bathroom. Which again doesn't appear to be of any assistance, but it might allow us to sneak past this lad. And then we've got an executive boardroom.
Previous discussions.
This is Eliza
I
Cassell,
assure you,
reporting to you
everything
live
is on schedule for
from
your
Exclusivity.
visit.
Anonymity.
However,
Security. These are the
I
greatest
see.
concerns of the digital age.
Is there nothing
And we
I
at
can say to
Palisade
talk you
Property
out of
Bank
divesting
have
your
made
container
addressing those
vault?
concerns priority one.
Well,
Information
yes, of course,
archived
we are
within the
curious
walls of
about...
Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal
Right, let's just get that
jurisdiction
guy's
of the
attention, shall we?
government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure
Bam.
corporate archiving company.
Down you go, Thomas. Right, you were
Around the clock, around the world.
an accounts dude, weren't you?
Always
You had an office on the ground floor.
you are always terror attack.
You've got credit chips.
Dozens were killed and
Again, you've got no pocket secretaries or passwords handy by the look of it.
inside Rosika Tree.
Yeah, it seems as though not hacking stuff is a bigger problem in this game than it was in the last one. I'm not finding alternate solutions that easily. But hey ho, we found ourselves in a new room at least, so we can make a bit more progress. Doo, doo, doo. Well, that's back down the stairs. That's no good. I feel like the purpose of this floor was to get up here. However, maybe let's have a look. So we've got the boardroom. We could carry on working our way around, I guess. And into the employee lounge and the monitoring centre. Ah, there we go. CEO's office over there. That's probably a tasty spot.
Might have something. Keep me posted.
Yeah. You keep them posted, lad. Good. Another man down. Are there any cameras facing around here? I don't see any. So you can have a corner shanking. And then where's that camera going? As soon as it comes back, we'll move this guy. Yeah, we'll move this guy into this office. Lovely. We'll just make a little pile of men. Is that guy just going to keep saying and not actually do anything? Right, we've got lasers. And a camera as well. That doesn't help. Because we can't really get past lasers at this point. So maybe we go back this way now that we've taken out some of the guards. Because if it wasn't for that camera, we could deal with the laser beams, because we could drag a body of a guard up to the lasers and just deactivate them that way. Although, did we go that way before? That's also closed, so that's just another way out into the main area. Very well. So this room is a useful place to be. A couple of guards.
Security active. Confirmed. Updated, as you were.
They're just chilling. This way is leading us to our objective, perhaps, but there's also a camera. Cameras are bad. It's not moving much, it's fully focused on that door. So dealing with these lads is the next goal. Is there any stealthy way of doing it? You're not going to come close enough for a corner shank?
Might have heard something. Come on.
Stay true.
Yeah, you're the one coming over. I was hoping it'd be your mate so I could double shank you lads, but maybe I still can.
All clear here.
Confirmed. Just going to investigate.
Okay, that lad's coming over to investigate. Oh, he spotted me. Yeah, it's all kicked off. Dagnammit.
Extraction level.
His mate hasn't spotted us still.
Primary engaged. Need eyes on primary. Now!
Oh, that's some bad shooting. Right there. That's some pretty terrible shooting, in fact. Oops, that's the spacebar. And down we go.
Primary neutralized. Confirmed.
Yep. We were neutralised, alright. Right. Let's try that again, shall we?
Saw something. I'll check it out.
Stay true.
Okay. That would have worked better if we weren't holding a bin.
Visual on down.
And if we had more energy. Okay, that kind of works. Wasn't perfect, but we got the job done. Right, and no one outside of this room seems to be any the wiser. So... you two just sit here for a minute, please. Oh, there's a pocket sack there. Why didn't I see that before? The code to the office has changed. Nice. So we didn't even really need to kill those guys. But that's fine. It's done now. Not a lot we can do. And we haven't set off any alarms, so all in all, it's a pretty good result. And we're in the CEO's office. Now, what fat loot have we earned for sneaking our way up here? Is that camera going to see us through the door? I guess not. A mechanical puzzle. How exciting. Well, let's see, what are you all about? So we can raise things. Are we trying to make them all light up? Or what? It doesn't seem to make any sense. Let's see. So that one on the right is lit up at 3. Is it the case that... yeah. So the one on the left there needs to be at height 2 to be lit up. The one on the right needs to be at height 3. And the one in front needs to be at height 1.
Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Oh, there's a vent cover there. Nice. I was in jumping up here to turn off the TV. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Shut up, Eliza. I'm trying to concentrate on this puzzle.
Much later.
Finally. Now, what's that allowed us to gain access to? Aha, a stash. I mean, you would think that stash has got goods that are worthwhile, otherwise what's the point in this little room? So let's try and find out, shall we? And we have got credit chip, triangle code, Praxis, nice. So our state's currently stable. What have we got in legs? Silent running. Meh. I mean, the cloaking for the skin is kind of useful, but Typhoon is also useful. Batteries are just pretty great all round. That's recharge rate. That gives us more battery, but it doesn't give us more that just loads as standard by the look of it. That's what I really want. I want to be able to use more than one thing at a time, without having to spend biocells on it. But maybe we just can't get that. I suppose we wanted Rebreather at some point as well, didn't we? Maybe we'll hold on to it, get like Typhoon or something. Now, we were here for Samizdat related stuff, weren't we? Oh. Right, so yeah. Chemicals have been released into the water supply. Picus are advising people in the know, people they care about, not to use the water. But everyone else can just go hang, it seems. Lovely. Well, we got what we came for, pretty much. Now, where does this take us? Drops us down into level 2 lobby. Where we've got a ladder that goes up. Where do you take us first? Anywhere exciting? Up to another vent. And this vent takes us up to... Right, so that's the vent that could also have taken us into that office. Without someone to kill a bunch of dudes. But other than that, we can drop out here. Which puts us behind... So if we'd just taken the elevator to the second floor, perhaps. Yeah, we still haven't got the VersaLife Vault keycard. Very well. So maybe coming out here hasn't helped us all that much.
Heard a strange noise. Double up.
Yep, you come and check out that strange noise, friend. Shame I can't pull him into the vent. That'd be fun. Right, so I guess it's just time to sneak back out the bank and go and see Kay. And off we go. Just an ordinary law-abiding citizen. Don't worry if you find any corpses round and about.
Palisade Property Bank.
It's probably nothing to do with us. What's up, Kay?
This is Eliza.
So, you got anything on Picus?
Oh, we got dirt.
I think I found the kind of information you're looking for. All right. Inspire me. Here. Picus knew all about a recent chemical spill and what it did to the water supply. They warned their own people, but not the public at large. Better to risk people's health than to threaten social order. And this is good. Very good. Anything else? No, that's it. Oh, that's cool, man. This should be more than enough.
It should be.
Okay. Bones has
I would
been typing
hope.
up a storm.
Was there more to find?
We pulled all our Picus theories together and laid out some preliminaries. If you did your job right, this should help fill in the blanks. So we're done here. Almost. We need to make sure this issue gets the publicity it deserves. There's a city information hub we want you to hack.
Hacking?
It's on your way out, I promise. And then you forget all about Praha Dovos. Praha who?
When the collective
Yeah.
classified corporate documents,
As if he's making us hack things.
more than 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks,
That's the worst.
the most dangerous criminal
Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to steal all of your hacking
organization
stuff.
ever praises the underground leaking.
And maybe your creds as well. Consider that my payment. And some crafting parts. They're probably also my payment.
Chang, you there?
What do you got for me?
Took care of Samizdat. No one's going to be reading anything about us anytime soon.
Oh, I'll cancel the movers. How'd you do it?
I've reasoned with them. They're not going to give us any trouble.
Reasoned? With the conspiracy nuts.
I know what I'm doing.
Wonder what his response would have been if I just told him I'd shot everyone. It's the response that most other people have had to give us, given the way things have gone so far, so it's nice to do a mission properly, for once. Although the fact that he asked me if there's any more and I said no, makes me wonder if there was in fact more, and I just failed to do it. Which would be sad. Now, we've got one of these lifts that we can send up. Is that required to get to this hub, or can we just jump on buildings? So at this rate, it's going to make me use a biocell as well as anything else. Now, what's going on in this electronics store? May as well poke around now that we've broken in. More hacking software. Can we sell stuff to this guy?
I don't think anyone's here. Hey there, you looking for a new stereo system?
Always on the lookout for
time to listen to music.
new stereo systems. How do you not get time?
You like movies? Or maybe you got other
You could easily have a built-in music player in your head, Adam. So we could buy a pack of biocells. That's pretty cheap, I imagine. I was just saying how I worry that we might not
Well, that's it. You've cleaned
have
me
enough
out.
biocells to get by. So let's go and spend a biocell and raise up this lift, shall we? Now, where did we leave the dang thing? Or do we even need to? Would this vent help us? It's a vent, and you know what I'm like with vents. Got to explore it. Hello, friends. Don't mind me just strolling into your office through the vent. Who are you, anyway?
Yeah, I know. You have no money. Whatever.
Did I say I have no money? Right. Anyway, lifts. Biocells. Up we go. Check us out. Whee. And we're on the roof. Blam.
Okay, you there?
Who is this? How'd you get this number?
I did what you asked.
Come on, Kay.
Samizdat should have no problem getting its message out now. You remember our deal?
Oh, yeah. I don't compromise whatever little game you're playing over at that import company.
Try to keep a low profile. If Picus wasn't gunning for you before, they will be now.
Don't worry. Just make sure you remember who the good guys are.
Yep. I'm the good guys. Me.